Hello, good evening, and welcome. As ever, I'm Chris. This is Gross Models, and this is an evening with. At the moment, it's an evening with me. If any of the gang or my patrons are watching and want to come in and join in, feel free. If you're not, then you won't know. But if you are and you don't feel free, then also that's fine as well. But if more of you join in, then it's more things to go on. And if it's just me, then it won't be an hour and a half because you get enough of me talking for far too long. Now I'm trying something new tonight, as well as being live here on YouTube, where I normally am. I'm also broadcasting live to Facebook. So I'm hoping it's all working as it should. I've got a little stream going over there that shows it as working. Apparently it is. We'll find out. If you're watching on Facebook, then give me a shout. If you type in the comments, again, I should get them through on here. And I can type and reply to everywhere. So, yeah, come and join me. It's just the normal, what's been going on thing. A bit later on, I will go through the Gross group and show things that people have been working on. If you missed it, then you can join that there. I've played around with my buttons now, so I think I can get stuff to type into everywhere about all the stuff. So if I push that button, that should put a thing about the group in the chat in both places. So hopefully it's working. Obviously there's the banner there, you can read that and see that for yourself as well. If you're not already in the group, come along and join it. It's just a little group where I've set up basically so everybody can put pictures in there and then I can show them live on the telly. I'm going to get rid of the videos over there because I can catch them out the corner of my eye, and the little glitchy me moving 5 and 10 seconds ago sort of thing, so I'm going to get rid of them. So they're there now. Right, so I'm back in the room. Yes, that's the Gross group. If you're not already a member, go along and join it. If you're a member of the Boom Hut already, then you'll get automatically approved into the Gross group. If you're not, then there's just a couple of questions to answer, just basically saying, yes, you can show my pictures, and I am who I am, and I'm going to behave. So if you agree with all of that, then click on the thing. I'll have a look in a little while and see if anybody else has applied for membership, as it were, and assuming I let you in, then you'll come straight in and join us. Let's have a look. We have. I was playing with the buttons earlier, so there might be some chat messages that don't make any sense earlier on. Don't worry about them. Getting closer, I think that's that. Right. Who's in tonight? Let's have a quick look through. We have. Dad says evening Pascal, so I'm assuming Pascal was there before, although he doesn't show up on mine yet. He does afterwards, so he's definitely around. Eric's here as well, as am I. Now I put a thing about I can type in duplicate, and that's one message, and that's another message. One went to Facebook, and one went to YouTube. So they're apparently both active and live. So yeah, let me know. It gives me a little icon to show you which one you're commenting from, so I can see where all the comments are coming from. So that's just me talking to myself briefly in there. Apparently, I have lost access. Apparently, I lost connection briefly for Facebook, but it's come back now. Apparently, I turned it off, so I can't check. But yes, let's have a look. Swigging Pigs in, saying evening all. Shane Young, obviously good evening, Chris and everyone. Phil Lewis is here. Apparently, I look very low res tonight. But it got better, so I'm glad it got better. Yeah. My wife is saying it's working, and that's her Facebook picture. It's not a cup of tea. So, oops, and so yeah, that's because it glitched out apparently, but it should be back now. Oh, there you are. Says yes. I didn't really go anywhere. I might have gone somewhere briefly, but I came back. If I do go off air, I will come back. Honest, I wouldn't. I'd never leave without saying goodbye, because that's just rude. I wouldn't do that to you. So, yes, let's have a look. If you do want to contact me, obviously, as I say, there is all the chat in the YouTube and the Facebook now, and you can always email me on there. there. There it is, Chris at grossmodels.uk. And of course, grossmodels.uk is my website, which you can come along to. I'll push a button for website as well. Wait a minute, I've got to click that, and then I've got to press that button there. And that should not do anything because I didn't have the thing highlighted. I'll press it again. It's a little bit more complicated doing it to two places than just the one. My single button doesn't work. I have to make sure I'm in the right place, and then it sends it. But yeah, have a look at the website. I occasionally put pictures and stories up there that don't get made anywhere else, but I'm trying to be a bit more conscientious. I will be putting more stuff up there, but there's not been much to talk about the last couple of weeks. I've done the foot. Where's the foot? There's the foot. There's a sneak preview of the foot. I've put a picture of that up in the Gross group, as I have of the dragon, which you can't see, it's off camera. That the dragon that I've been painting on Sundays. Some better pictures of that, obviously, in the group, so I'll show those later on when that time comes along. What else is there? Why have I got my name back down there again? I don't need that. You know who I am because I'm here. I might need that. If anyone else comes in, then it's nice to have the name down there, isn't it? That's why I've got that there. I remember now. There is also my Patreon page, my Patreon page, where you can come along and help support the channel. I'll put the texty thing down there as well. There we go. That should do that. And I shall see in a moment. I think if I do it too quick, Facebook gets confused because it's like spamming the text, the chat. So I shall put up there in a moment my list of patrons. Everybody that's one of my lovely patrons, all 12 of you. If you'd like to be my 13th patron, click on that link, come along and join us. You get access to, let's say, some back videos, all of the Warhamster archives, and a couple of other videos. There's the Big Sazabi exclusive series, and a little 3D printing video as well. So come along and join, or don't. The patron list should be appearing down there now. It breaks it into a couple of messages, I think, so hopefully they're in the right order. But other than that, yeah, that's it. Evening with the gang. Now all the messages are just me, so I'm not going to highlight them again. Oh, Phil Lewis says, I have applied to join the Gross group, Chris. I shall have a look. Indeed, I have a notification. I've just got Pascal saying evening in the Gross group 6 minutes ago. I missed that one. Was that where he said it from? I don't know. I haven't got... You're already in the boom hut, aren't you, Phil? So you should be straight in. You should already be there. If you're not, give me a shout. I'll have to find it and hunt you down. But as far as I know, you should be able to get straight in there. Obviously, you can look at all the pictures yourself, or I will go and show through the gallery of pictures from the last week, if I can remember which the last one was of last week, because it's all very confusing. The other thing that we do every week here is Time and Telly, which, if you're new to the stream, if you just found me, if you found me through Facebook, then that's lovely. Welcome, happy watching. Basically, what time zone is it where you are? Because I know people do watch from all over the world. So what's the current time? And what have you been watching? Not necessarily telly. It might be YouTube or Netflix or Amazon or whatever. One of the Hulu, one of the streaming services. Is there a series or anything that you've been watching that you want to share with everybody and that we can perhaps enjoy watching ourselves? So yeah, let us know what time it is and what you've been watching. That's sort of an ongoing thing. You can always just check that in the chat anyway. Phil says he's in now, and then he puts his thumb up. Yay! Welcome. If you've got any pictures, you've got a few minutes. I will do the. We haven't really come up with a name for it yet. It's sort of the gallery, but it's not really a gallery. It's sort of a work in progress and things you finished and anything you're proud of or happy with, or just anything you want to share, really. Obviously, try and keep it clean because it goes everywhere. Apparently, I've lost access to my Facebook account again. But I don't know. If that's gone, then it's gone. I'm not going to click back through because that makes it go from here as well. So hopefully it's still valid. I've still got a little check mark up there that says it's good. but we'll see. I'm still on YouTube, which is my normal home. If it's not going to work through the Facebook integration, then I'm not going to worry too much about it. If it doesn't say it's got better, then I shall have a look later and see if I can reconnect it. But we'll see. Right, we have an answer. Cynical Steve says it's 2010, which is the same time as it is here, and a film called Prospect. I'm not aware of that one. What more can you tell us about Prospect without ruining it and making it, not work? Let me move my camera around a bit so you get. I'm a bit squarer on than I was. Yeah, tell us more about Prospect, as long as you're not spoiling everything for anyone. Right, this is still bleeping at me in the corner. So let me just check. Can I see? It says I am live. So I should be live on Facebook. Let me just double check. I'll open up the Facebook window over there. Hopefully it'll come through with no sound. We'll see. Yep, no, it's come through with sound, obviously. And I am still live, so it has reconnected. I don't know why it's telling me that I'm not connected anymore when I obviously am. But there we go. So happy with that. Fox is about. He's just finishing his noms, and then he'll join shortly. Good. Fox did set up a premiere of his latest mail delivery video for near the end of my stream, but I think he's put it back another half hour, so it's just after I finish. So we can all go and watch that together. Steve says it's a sci-fi drama about a father and daughter prospecting on an alien planet. That's quite interesting. That's quite cool. Is that on a streaming service, or is it a DVD, Blu-ray, a videotape, or how can I find it to watch it? Pascal says it's 9:11 and watched Phantasy Star Online 2 this morning. That must be a game rather than a watching. Is it? It must be a playing. Phantasy Star used to be a game. I'm assuming Phantasy Star Online 2 is the sequel to the one that I was aware of. But cool, and it's an hour in the future as well. That's always nice. Pushing buttons again. I pushed a few buttons, but I didn't push the button that made it all go bad. That just happened all on its own. There's nothing to do with me. Jamie says, hello everyone, and Chris, where's the orange? Orange is the war hamster thing. It's not necessarily an everyday thing. It's just a, yeah. The orange is the dragon, which is a war hamstery. Not exactly a parrot. I did end up poking my eye out on one of the sharp bits. So yeah, the orange is definitely a war hamster theme. My branding for Gross Models itself is generally a little bit red, sort of red and black sort of thing, which is why I've got the red down the. It's that way. There is the little red bar there. You'll notice on the War Hamster stream, if you watch that, they're orange. I've changed it, mixed it up. I like to have it mixed up. AJ says it's 2012 and a UFO box set can't beat Jerry Anderson after work. Yeah, Jerry Anderson is quite relaxing to watch. Yeah, I'll give you that. Jamie is 2012 again, playing Ashes Cricket on the Xbox. Cool. I've got back into Destiny, or Destiny 2 rather, because there was a new update for that. I started playing that again and got quite deeply into that, quite worrying. Apparently Pascal's Phantasy Star Online 2 is an anime based on the game. Okay, why is it 2? Is there a 1 of the anime, or is the sequel to the 1, or is it just based on the game 2, so they put 2 in the title? Because that's confusing. Alright, Clarky, good evening. Currently 2013. I'm watching The 100 at the minute. I've watched a few of them. I think I might not have watched the last season or the current season. I don't remember. The first season gripped me. I really loved that. It was great. And then the end of that set it up for more. And the second one just sort of lost it a little bit. And I think the third one I watched as well. And that sort of lost it a little bit more. It was, I don't know. I liked it to begin with. It's got a bit worse each year. So I'm not overly worried about digging it out and watching it, the recent ones, because I expect they might get better, but it might not. So, yeah. Cynical Steve said it was on Film 4 a few weeks ago when he was on his holidays. He recorded it. That doesn't help me. I see I've just had 10 new photos from Phil Lewis put up in the group, so we'll show those in a minute. Thank you. Eric says it's 3:13 p.m. and he's still at work. Well done. Yeah, got a couple of hours of work left, I should think. I don't know, what time do you finish? I like being multinational. It's great. Shane says 2011 and Musty One on YouTube. He buys old Volkswagen vehicles and other mechanical bits and renovates them. That's quite cool. I don't get into the whole renovating and things videos much, but I can see the attraction of that. I used to watch some of the like the barn find type things. The not Storage Hunters, the other one, the one where they drove off and just bought stuff off of people. They've got like 3 giant sheds full of stuff going back 100 years, and they just sort of buy it off cheap and then try and sell it on. There is a 2 in the title. Also, it's season 2. Was there a 2 in the title of season 1? That's my real question. So, yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Right. Well, I'm not getting any comments from Facebook, so I'm assuming everybody that's watching is watching on YouTube. Can I find out? The Facebook video doesn't tell me how many people are watching it. That's quite strange. I thought it would. Unless it does and there just isn't any. This is always possible. If you're watching on Facebook, chuck a comment in, just so I can get a comment and see what it looks like. If you're on YouTube, chuck a comment. Just talk to me. Everybody talk to me. Yeah, that was that. I've done that. I shall have a look through, and we'll have a look at the group, the photos in the group. So I need to find it. It's here somewhere. Where is it? It's not there. It's not there. There it is. I've got it. There it is. The Gross group. So I shall share my screen. I'll put myself in a little corner in the corner somewhere. The Gross group. Gross group. There it is. So there we go. I'm still here. I'm still in the corner. That's the bit you really want to watch. Let me bring that across over here. Before I get into that, we have another visitor. Vox has joined, so I'll get his hands down in the bottom there.
Hello.
We can hear you as well. So.
Hello, everybody. Hey.
Hello and welcome.
Nomming and stuff, so I thought I'd join in.
Thank you very much.
The chat up on my iPad.
I'm just about to show the pictures from the group.
Oh yeah.
If I can remember where they all are.
I shall turn around and look at those with all the eyes on my face.
They're under photos. Let's have a look. I don't remember. What did we see last week? I don't remember any of that. But then again, just because I don't remember it doesn't mean to say that it wasn't there.
No. How far back can you normally remember?
I don't know. What was the question about?
Don't know. What was it? What was asking you a question? I know.
there was definitely a question. I don't remember that. What was the date a week ago?
Don't know. A week before today?
It's the 10th today, so it would have been the 3rd.
I don't even know what day it is
today. 30th of
today,
September, so yeah, we definitely saw that. That's 30th of September as well.
I think I totally missed the show last week. Or was I in chat?
I don't remember. I don't notice when you're there or not.
That looks like a new Gundam to me.
I remember that. That was Paul put pictures of that, which I thought was a toilet, but it's the top of his.
I thought it was an out. Yeah, I thought it was an outhouse.
It's the top of his building. So that was them. I remember him doing them, because then I realised how small it was when he put the paint pot next to it.
He does like his little building, scratch building his buildings, doesn't he?
Yes, he seems to be. That's the only thing he's doing at the moment. But yeah,
I don't know where this came from. He started off with all of us doing the same things and suddenly went off doing buildings. It's quite cool.
Yeah, I don't know where it came from either.
Is he always weird like that?
Kawasaki Ninja, which I do remember seeing as well as the Orc things.
Mm-hmm.
Right, this is new because this is the 4th, so this would have been the day after. This is Tom. Well, it's not actually Tom. This is he says got to get him started young on the building.
Oh yeah.
Tom's little person of some relation. I don't know. I'm assuming some relation. He might have just found her on the street and brought her in and made her make some kits. But Shane says it's great to see this. My daughter's 26. She still regularly builds Lego.
Oh yeah.
Comes home at Christmas, we usually build something big together. Yeah, can't go wrong with Lego. It's all good.
Yeah, Lego always brings a cheesy grin, as it is doing there. It's a good gateway drug, really, Lego, to model making.
Absolutely, yeah. All right, this was the Ninja that we were looking at last week, which looks like it might be finished now. or
Ooh,
nearly there. I like the stand. That's quite cool.
yeah.
Painted with zero paints.
I'm going to make a hazard a guess and suggest perhaps that Bob used zero paints on this model.
I'm thinking he might have done. I
It
don't know
looks
why.
fantastic there. The big bulbous petrol tank and then the pointy bit behind the seat gives it a kind of insecty look, doesn't it?
Yeah, definitely waspish.
It's like the body in the torso bit is too big for the wheels. It's like two different motorbikes. It's fantastic there. Interesting design.
There you go, different angle for it.
It's like a speed beetle.
I'm assuming the stand sort of came with it, and you've got to use zero paints to do it, unless it comes with different stickers that you can. It says painted with Vallejo paints, or
maybe he painted his own base. I don't know.
Right, Frank has done Aliens. Aliens. It's definitely the
Terminate this. Oops, wrong film. Sorry.
Thingy grabber, cargo loader.
I can't actually think of any quotes from Alien.
I go ah.
I have to confess, I'm not a big fan of Alien. Or
I like
Aliens.
Alien. It's quite good fun. I haven't seen the most recent one yet,
Yeah,
but they're all good.
I've never been a big fan of horror, you see. So
I'm not a big horror fan, but Aliens is sort of it blurs the line between sci-fi and horror and fun and stuff.
Yeah, the horror. I can never take horror seriously. I just sit there and go, man in suit, man in suit. Nice though. I like the diorama. It's nice to have a nice simple diorama.
Right. For some reason, I don't seem to be getting the chat through from Facebook because I've just got it over here, and Pascal said evening, and it has a delay of 10 seconds here, but that's not actually appeared in my chat feed. So
let me go to. I don't know. I've got chat open, but I don't know who is doing it from.
Yeah, well, if you've only got the chat open on the YouTube, then that'll only be the YouTube chat.
Yeah,
you've got the chat in here as well, haven't you? Because you're.
I've not. I don't know where the other chat is. I've not got Facebook open as well, so.
No, you don't need. You should be able to get. The chat should be on the, on the right hand side of the picture where I am and where the video is.
Oh, hang on, live comments. Oh, there's a thing to click.
You can click on that.
Oh, there we go. YouTube. Yeah.
There are some Facebook ones, but they don't seem to be coming through on there. So, apologies to anybody watching on Facebook. It's my first time streaming to two destinations at once, so there's bound to be some teething issues, but hopefully it works, and people watch and it spreads the word a bit, doesn't it?
Well, they're better if they watch on YouTube because that's where you're monetized.
Well, yes, but it's not monetized for very much.
No.
Right, we also have Frank. Oh, that's a busy. That's
a long
lovely,
job.
That's
many moments of work.
I do like that.
Awesome.
I like that. I'm the guy reading the paper, no doubt. Maybe this guy over here that looks like he might be asleep.
I'm the one that you can't see who's on the other side of the wall saying, I don't know what you're doing, but I'll pay whatever you ask because you probably know what you're doing. That sounds about right. Here's all the money.
That's nice. I like that.
That is nice, that. Have we got a closer up shot or?
I don't know. I'm going to click the next button and see what happens. No. But he's done more things. He likes his cars, obviously, Frank.
So I could be wrong, but I'm going to make a guess that this is the old classic use a picture frame for your diorama, which I do all the time because it looks great.
It does look that possibly, but there's obviously a different one in the background there. But I do like the sort of information panel and bit of diorama roadway sort of thing. It's quite
it's nice. It's nice. It's proper display model type scenario. It's a beautiful model as well. How do you do shiny cars? Oh, Docking Bay 92, 92,
92, 93, 94,
93.
67. I don't know. It's a docking bay, yes.
Very nice. I was actually going to do one of those once.
What, a Millennium Falcon?
No, I had a Falcon commission, and I nearly had to build that entire similar diorama for it.
Ah, right. I thought you.
But I managed to talk the chap out of it.
I thought you nearly built a Millennium Falcon.
No, I did nearly build the Millennium Falcon.
Right, I'm gathering that Frank didn't build all of these. I reckon he's at a show. Yes.
Either that or he's got some nice crush velour tablecloths. Real velour.
Not that we mind, of course, but
no.
That's obviously some sort of rally with stuff.
I'm going to guess it's probably the Dakar Rally with that's the thing from the film. That's the thing
Ooh.
from the film with the I can't remember the film.
Kowalski Cargo, it says on the side of it.
Yeah, it's from a film that I can't remember what the hell the film is, and
Is
it's
it? I mean, surely if they turned that big engine on, it would melt off the rear fin.
No, ask
Have
awkward
you
questions.
science?
No, I've seen that. I've seen that specific ship before. I don't know if it's, if I remember rightly, it's from a film, but I can't remember.
I don't remember. I can't read the writing, but
Yeah, I remember reading somebody making it from a shuttle kit. And some other
there's
bits.
pictures here of something.
It might be from a TV series. Anybody in chat who knows what this is
There's
from?
something that says die something.
It's going to bug me now, and I can't be bothered typing things into Google right now. So
I wouldn't even know what to type in. But I'm sure if Dad's here, he'll know because it's got red in it.
Kowalski Cargo.
So
it's from something anyway.
Yeah, it's definitely cool. I'll give him that. There's something else that I don't know what that is either.
I'm having serious flashback moments. I think I've seen a website where somebody's building these exact models. I remember it was a German website. I think it's a German builder, and he's built a load of these space vehicles, custom built them. I'm getting massive deja vu here. I think I've seen these in a website in building process type things. Yeah. I'm getting vague memories. It's been a few years.
I don't know. I've foolishly covered up the chat. I can't see it anymore.
Well, I think this is by the same guy that made the.
There we go. I'll move things around a little bit.
That's not ringing a bell. But yeah, I think it's the same guy. I could be wrong, but there's some little brain cell going off saying.
Eric Graham says Armageddon, and Zad's says the Bruce Willis thing.
No, I don't think it's from that. It's from some German TV series, I think. I'm vaguely dredging up memories now. I think it's from a German.
You're just making stuff up in your mind now, aren't you?
I think.
You don't know. You know nothing.
I could be making it
up. That's definitely from some sort of anime something. At least the girls are.
Yeah. What's that woman's legs doing? They're kind of not.
She's probably a cyborg.
Oh yeah, they're probably Japanese, isn't it? There'll be some kind of cyborg nonsense going on.
Yeah, it could very easily be.
Yeah,
but it's very nice anyway.
I spy Herbie, says Niall Allen. Can you see Herbie? I can see Herbie.
Hey, Herbie.
Did you see Herbie?
Oh, on the side there. Yes.
There you go. Pay attention, 007.
Yeah, I was aware of that. But... I thought I was looking for the chat for the comment there, but it was 4 days ago, so I missed it.
If that's a show, I have to say they could have dusted it.
I don't know if this is real greenery. It might be outside.
Yeah, if that's still, I think that's probably still at the show that Frankie was at. But you think the modeler could have actually dusted it? But there you go.
This is also true, yeah.
Oh, I'm terrified.
I know this one. This was a Westland AW101.
How'd you know that?
I'm amazing. I know these things.
Oh, that's amazing. I can't imagine how you'd know that. I'm quite impressed.
I don't know. I actually, it looks very similar to one made by von Sebastian Nemitz.
Ah, is it? Look at you with your inside knowledge. Pascal says on that picture of the Lamborghini Murcielago, yes. If it was that, it says left is Sinon from Sword Art Online Season 2. I know what each of those words means individually.
I don't know what Sinon means, but
no, left is Sinon. I assume one of the characters from Sword Art Online Season 2. The other one I don't know.
Cars, Rocket Bunny, and
Cars, Fork Handles.
Don't know what they are.
I do have to tip my hat to anyone that can make shiny cars because it's just
very shiny, aren't they? I can see
beyond my comprehension as to how you
shininess.
Yeah, just beyond my comprehension completely.
That's drifting more into your area of rally cars and mud and dust and muck.
I mean, scary thing is, I've made that exact kit when I was a kid. It's a Tamiya Audi Quattro, but yeah, a little bit. It's just a little bit of a dusting of dirt and dust. It's not heavily. It's still shiny car territory. So beyond my comprehension. I like the fact it's got snow.
A photo of dust of dirt and mud.
It looks like snow, actually. I think. Is it snow?
I don't know.
It's like a winter rally.
It could be anything.
I did see once a model of an X-wing that was mounted on a base, and the base was a picture of the Death Star surface, motion blurred to suggest the X-wing was moving forward. I quite like that.
The Enterprise, I knew that one,
Excellent.
and a runabout as well on the other side.
Where? Where? No, that's a shuttle down. That's a Galileo, I think. That's an original series shuttle down there.
Yeah, you
I
can
thought at
see
first it was like a Land Rover or something. I'm like, oh, there's a truck down there.
It looks like it might be signed as well, doesn't it? Somebody.
Could be.
Don't know.
So we don't know who these are made by, so.
No. There we go. Proper diorama. Proper
Yeah, proper bit of dusty
mud
dirt.
and dust and dirt.
See, sometimes a little diorama like that with just a little bit of detail is the perfect way to set off a nice model. You don't want the diorama to swamp it, otherwise you just...
Absolutely, yeah.
You don't know how to look.
Enough to frame it without it taking over or taking up any more room, really.
Yeah, because you want to put your best work into the model and almost your best work into the diorama. That's what I'm doing with the Cesar bit. So I have a simple diorama, nothing complicated.
Mm-hmm.
Planes.
Big planes.
Planes to me are like cars models in that I can't.
If you're about, Frankie, tell us more about this show that you're at and stuff. Where was it and what was it? You might have put it in the thing, but it doesn't really pick up with the photos.
In my entire life, I have to honestly admit I've never seen quite so much crushed velour. Real velour.
There's often velour at Telford.
Is that?
If you make it now, you'll see it.
Oh, velour. That looks like a real truck.
Yeah.
It's the way it's photographed. It makes it look like real size.
It does. If you get a little bit lower, that'd be.
Yeah. It looks like a real truck on an enormous cutting board. Nice.
Star Wars.
Ah. Excellent. I'm going to guess they're Bandai, so that might be quite big, actually. Pretty nicely done.
Yeah, and they're normally 1/12, aren't they? Yeah, actually, it says 1/12 on it, so yes.
Nicely lit there as well. I like the sort of mood lighting around the side of the door. That's good.
Yeah.
Excellent.
It's that won't, the walker at the front there won't be 1/12 though.
Yeah, I think that's not part of that diorama. Ooh.
Customs
Some rat rods, or rather a rat rod and a hot rod. I fully support any models of rat rods, of course.
What's the difference between a rat rod and a hot rod?
A hot rod is a vintage car souped up to be super powerful. A rat rod is the same thing, but made to look like it's been abandoned in a barn for 40 years and rusted and battered and beaten. So it's just a beaten up hot rod, basically.
Yeah.
The irony is, a real true rat rod is made to look like it cost you $10, but it probably costs 5 times as much as an actual rat rod.
Yeah.
As an actual hot rod, sorry, because you've got to do the hot rod and then rat rod it. So, yeah.
Cool, right? Oh, well, that's Van Chip with torpedo.
That's from another anime, and I can't remember which one it is. Something to do. It's a something van. Oh, it's a van ship. It says on the bottom.
It's very reminiscent of sort of the Naboo fighters and sort of World War One, World War Two sort of bombers things as well.
You would go prequel, wouldn't you?
Well, you have to.
Now, when I see that, I think of sort of 1930s racing planes. I don't even give a second thought to the aborted movie children of George Lucas. That's like I just realised it does say van ship because I can't quite. It's a tiny screen for me. I'm looking from the other side of the room, so yeah, it's from some anime or other. I can't remember what it is, but it's really nice though. Nice paint job on it.
We've got a big tank train type thing.
KatangaModels.com again.
Agent Gone.
What is that? What is it? It's fascinating. I don't know if it's real or steampunk.
Yeah, exactly. It's got that bit that you sort of think I might have seen that somewhere, but also it might have just been a fevered imagining.
Yeah, I think it's probably steampunk, but putting the little name on the side there like a proper train manufacturer. It's fascinating.
Yeah.
Steampunk Dora, says Zadster. Zadster says about that last one, the van ship, it did look a bit super marine.
Concorde.
That'll be a Concordius. It's just missing all the flames. And oh no, it's not. It's a Concorde ski. It's the Russian one.
It's the Russian one. Yeah, it's still Concorde. But
it's Concorde ski. It was actually called Concorde ski.
Spider.
Shiny cars. That's the extent of my knowledge.
Police van.
That's
Such a variety. That's what I always find these are great fun.
Volkspolizei, das ist richtig.
Oh, that's
Ooh,
Alien.
that's nice. It's a lot of grey in that. Used a lot of grey for that
Yeah,
build.
there's something grey in there, and if it didn't have the blue lighting, it would be just grey, wouldn't it?
It needed some grey lighting, I think, to enhance the grey.
Lighting.
That's really nice, though.
Another mix.
They look small. Are they your scale?
No, they're bigger than that. They're 1/72. They're twice
I'm
the
not
size of
understanding
mine.
this signing the basis thing. What's
Yeah,
this
I
all
just
about?
noticed that it's obviously dated as well. Maybe it's I
Are
don't
these
know.
made by important people that we don't know about, or we do know about, but we don't know who they are because we can't read it?
It was a Nostromo, says Phil from the previous Aliens
It
run.
was the what? It was the what? Sorry, it was the what?
Nostromo.
You said Nostromo.
No,
No,
Nostromo.
that makes me think of
I'm reading what you
pastrami.
wrote.
Now I'm hungry again. You said I thought you said pastrami.
Pastrami. No. There we go. That's that again. More shiny cars.
Don't understand.
I
Very
don't know
nice.
how many pictures Frank put up, but
Yeah, quite
I
a number.
welcome
I
them
think.
all. But they're lovely. I've seen that one before.
Back to the van ship.
That's
I
interesting.
like that.
That's
The
very
leaves might be a
abandoned.
little out of scale on that, but it certainly works. Abandoned moped. I actually quite fancy a moped, you know. I don't know why.
Oh, I don't think you know. I don't think it's at all.
No, I don't think no.
This
I don't
is
know.
Steve. He picked it up from Morrison's in the
Oh, yeah.
Halloween aisle.
Yeah,
It's
little
metallic,
plastic.
but he's thinking various shades of Citadel bone.
Yeah, it's always worth seeing what you can pick up when you go to like Aldi or your local supermarket because there's always some like seasonal tat you can pick up that you can actually make
It's
into
always very
great
strange
looking-
stuff that you're never going to see anywhere else.
Yeah, it's like I've never ever in Halloween decoration stuff seen a skeleton of a dragon ever. It's not ever, and it looks great. Somebody went to a lot of effort to make that. Hello.
This is Steve as well. Yeah, he says you know you have a problem when you rescue an old washing tablet box from a bin, a bit like this one, because it may be good for a build. It's like, no, you didn't throw that away, did you? No, I want that.
You can build that into a spaceship or a
He's
speedboat.
going to turn that into it. I'm sure we'll see that next week. It'll be,
Yes.
and Steve got a mug as well. Yay! A blurry mug. It must be with Ted's. Daryl has been doing again once more.
Sorry, I had to turn the microphone off. Then Mama Fox was asking me something.
She's always welcome to join in.
You know.
This is Daryl D. He paints lots of big figures and things amazingly.
Daryl D makes
Obviously
big
lights
things.
them all as
Do
well.
small
So,
things to
yeah,
Daryl.
very impressive.
Daryl likes his big stuff. Is that
Even
some
the
Marvel
stuff in the
thing?
background is just
I'm going to guess that's a Marvel thing of some sort.
It's Colossus, I think, is the character in question there.
I have no knowledge of such matters. Very nice, though. I like
He
it.
looks angry.
Yeah, he looks not very happy. Oh, yeah, he's the guy in Deadpool, isn't he? That's right. I know Deadpool. I've seen him in that. I like the bass. The bass is rather funky.
Yeah, it's obviously some sort of something that he's angry with.
He's Colossus. It's going to be an airlock, says Cynical Steve about the
About his personal box.
personal box.
Cool. We await information and pictures next week.
What is it with Marvel, right? And stripy metallics for arms and legs. Whenever there's a character who has like metallic, they always have them stripes all over them. What is it about Marvel and that?
Well, if it was solid, he wouldn't be able to move, would he?
But he hasn't got them on his face.
It's got to have wiggle room.
But they always have these like stripes, like they're made out of small.
Maybe too much metallic doesn't look good on the page or something.
I don't know. It's part of the trope, isn't it? I suppose.
The Silver Surfer never did. He was just.
No, he was a bit. Cynical Steve says it's Colossus ripping bits off a Sentinel.
Yeah, that's just what I thought.
Yeah, I thought that. And there's Rambo in the background. It looks like, or very buff Metal Gear Solid Snake, or not.
It might be. What was the Arnie one?
No, it's like Conan with gun.
Conan, that was it.
With a gun, yeah.
He hasn't got a gun. He's got a sword.
Point in his hand. It looks like. Oh yeah, hang on. Don't forget, I'm looking at the screen from a long way away, and I've got it. It's only a tiny little view chat thing in my version of the Hangout. So it looks like he's holding a gun, but pointing it down at the floor like he's just talking to someone.
No, it's got a blade on it. It's a sword.
Yeah.
A big sword.
Awesome.
Right. Well, we're back with Steve. This is not what he's done with the yogurt pot.
This is his. This is the ship that looks
the
like
previous
it's from
thing.
Destiny.
Yeah.
I did suggest a couple of Destiny names and names and descriptions for him for that. It looks like something I can just see it like floating above like the moon or Earth or something, or Titan,
Very much so, yeah.
waiting for the other players to join.
I'm not going to try and guess any bits from it either, because...
I can. Just go back. I'll see if I can guess. I bet I'm wrong. The other way.
There we go.
That top view was quite good.
That top view, that was a bottom view, I think. Or is that
yeah.
top view? Yeah.
No, the next one.
It looks like
those
view.
two up and low, the two intakes on the top and bottom, they're from a Tau Piranha.
Okay.
Everything else, the wings sticking out the side, they're from a Revell Jedi Starfighter.
Yeah, I thought Jedi Starfighter, yeah.
Yeah. The two tail planes look like they're from a Warhammer something, possibly a Storm Wolf, maybe.
I don't know what that is.
All I'm that big square thing I made, the flying, it looks like a dog's head. And I didn't realise till I built it all and thought, it looks like a dog's head because it's Space Wolves.
Steve says it's Conan in the background. I thought it was.
Okay. So basically what I'm saying is that's about 700 quid worth of Warhammer.
Yeah.
Yeah, this scratch building is great until you spend all your money scratch building.
Lord
Nice.
Barkley's in. Evening, Barkley. We'll be back to chat and stuff in a minute. I'm just going through the gallery thing, the pictures from the group. That's a Y-wing and an X-wing. There you go.
Excellent. You need some background twinkly music for the gallery.
Background twinkly music. I don't know if I can do twinkly music in the background. I'll have to play it through the mic or something.
I don't know. We'll figure something out.
Let's not do that.
That's nice. Who's done this? This is
that was Phil.
Lovely weathering on it. I love the colour scheme as well.
Yeah, it's unusual. I did say something about it. I do remember reading something about it, but I can't see it now. So
I don't know if he's made the Y-wing to look like Red Jammer or if that's just coincidence. If I remember rightly,
it's been dipped in jam. Yeah.
No, I think Red Jammer was like oh god, was it just the name of a prototype model of an Y-wing for the film, or was it some part of lore expanded universe?
Remember.
It was a model.
Ray's in. Evening, Ray. Welcome.
All right. Oh, hang on. I've just got to get a beverage. Hang on.
I'm going to carry on. I don't, these are the Aeronautical Imperialis things or whatever. I've got some of, but haven't done yet. And I don't know which ones they are, but they look nice. I like the colour schemes on those are good. And different angles. There we go. That's a Warhammer Repulsor. I knew that.
I'm back, and that's a Repulsor, and that's a coffee.
2-day blizzarded forecast in North Dakota, so he's going to spend it working on that. Yeah, so stay warm and get painting. Yeah. Cool.
We get one of those in the Warhammer Conquest thing.
Oh, right. Yeah. Is that over 3 weeks or something? Or
I think it's the last 2 issues. They know what they're doing. They make sure it's the last 2 issues of the one that everybody actually wants.
Of course. Yeah. This is one orange thing that someone's been painting.
Oh, it looks really good in photograph form. It's nice to see it actually not in crappy webcam vision like me and you get.
Yeah, I'd like to occasionally put them up in the group to do that. I did that about half an hour ago.
All right. I must do some photographs of mine.
And a foot.
That'd be a foot, then.
That's about a foot.
Looks bigger than a foot.
Then we have Jerry's out. Jerry's out for his anniversary, so he says not model related, but.
Yeah, he puts some photographs of banquets and stuff up in the Discord sometimes, and it's all like, I want all of that.
I can't quite make out what it is, but it looks nice.
Meat,
covered in meat.
Meat with bits.
Yeah, meaty bits, like meaty bits.
I have actually just eaten like 4 portions of spare ribs, so I really am not in a food mood at the minute.
Eric says that they were Dakar jets. I knew they were Dakar something, but I couldn't remember if they're Dakar jets or the bombers are the ones I've got. I think.
Yeah, you've got the bombers. I think
I've got the bombers because everyone got the jets, so I thought I'd get something different.
Steve, just clarify if you've read this already. I apologise. He says I get all my parts cheap off eBay as bits, Fox, not whole kits or rarely whole kits at least. So he's not spending.
We're all shocked when you show us a box of real kit that you bought.
Yeah. So he's not spending hundreds of pounds on Warhammer stuff just to make it into a Destiny ship.
No. Right, this is Phil, who's only just joined, and he's put some pictures up already.
What's that?
I don't know what that is.
It looks like
some sort of engine for something.
Although for some reason it's got the symbol for the Microsoft OneDrive download thing on top.
I don't know what that is either, but
I think this is a tank. Is this going to be a tank or an armored vehicle? Because this looks like tank interior parts to me.
we might find out. Oh,
Yeah,
it's getting there. It's getting there.
It's a Panther, I think. Is it a Panther?
Is it? I don't know. It's 35345.
Is it 5?
Made in 2015 from Tamiya. I don't know.
It is big ass German tank anyway.
That's another bit the other side. And
Oh, there you go. It's all part of the turret and the cupola.
it's obviously all geared and possibly electronic.
Yeah, that's the big gun. It's upside down. You've seen it from under there. You go.
Oh, like that.
It's the shooty house that the gunner lives in.
That's going to be fun, covering it all in stuff.
Oh yeah. I wonder if that what's that magnetic stuff is actually made of. Is that just stuck on? Is it like a plastic
I don't know.
party bit is stuck on?
Is it moulded and just painted, or is it aftermarket type?
No, I think it's aftermarket, or either part of the kit that he's glued on. I've forgotten what Zimmerit. That's what it's called. Zimmerit. 135th says it's a Panther. Yeah.
Ah.
That bit you were looking at through the hole, it was a Panther gun breech. I kind of recognised it as soon as I saw the back end of that Panther, 135th Tamiya Panther. If you look on the Studio Millennium Falcon, you'll see many parts of that tank, including that back end with the two big fans on it and stuff.
And that's the end.
Ooh.
There we go. It's the Meng Zimmer decals, apparently.
There you go. Yeah, they're like textured decals. I was going to do some painting, but a coffee has just been delivered, so.
Ah, well, you can't eat both ways. Right. As
How are you,
this
Chris?
now, I shall put us on that view.
How are you, my
That
friend?
will fill the screen, and we can see your coffee.
Mm. Yes, how are you, Chris? How's your day been?
Yeah, it's been okay. I've been at work and doing stuff, and then came home and started getting ready for this. And when this is finished, and when your video is finished afterwards, I shall go and try and find out where I got through in Destiny Forsaken.
Because you can't remember.
Because I can't remember. It's been so long. I sort of played it and enjoyed it, and then got distracted by other shiny things and drifted away.
Well, I've got to be honest. I did the Warmind DLC. Can't remember anything about it. I did the Curse of Osiris or whatever it was called DLC. I really can't remember anything about that. It was just shooting Vex a lot. Forsaken, I did the first half and then left it for a few months and then finished it off, and that's actually really good.
Is that
I'm
the
not
one?
going to tell you anything about it. Not going to spoil anything for you. It's good though. It's good.
It gets to the dreaming city thing at the end or something.
Yeah, the quest goes from A to B, and then when the quest kind of finishes, then you get the Dreaming City, which opens up, and some of the quests pop out, little quests.
Okay.
I got to the bit where I've got to the Dreaming City, and I've opened all that, and I went in the Dreaming City and was like, wow, these guys are just wiping the floor with me. It's like you go into a map and you get like the safe bit where you first go in.
Yeah.
And then, no, the Dreaming City, you spawn and there's enemies everywhere, and you're like, oh.
Well, at least now we'll be more powerful, so we should be able to take care of ourselves in there.
They'll have leveled up as well.
The enemies won't.
They will. Everything is 750. Everything that was in my vault. That's the funny thing. Everything with the Shadow Keep, whatever it's called, Shadowfall. Is that a James Bond film? Shadowfall. Everything got leveled to 750. So if you go back and play the Red War campaign, I assume all the bad guys start at level 750.
Ah.
All the weapons in my collection and my vault are now 750.
Yeah.
So it just makes everything the same level. So where you were 200 levels above the bad guys, now you're all about the same.
Yeah, but if they're 750 and I might now be 850.
Yeah, you're a bit above them, but not as much as you might have been before.
Hopefully, I'll find it and try and see and figure out where I've got to go and what I've got to do.
Well, I was about 700 power before I started doing, before I got Shadow Keep, and even then I went into Dreaming City and they were wiping the floor with me because it was all scorched or whatever they're called. Those horrible with the, I don't like that.
Well, you sent me that link to that thing about the guides tonight about the missions and stuff, and I clicked on one of them and it gave you the name of the mission and no other details at all.
Hooray!
It's like, this is where the mission is and that's it.
Yay!
The mission's called this and it's on the Tangled Shore, and that's all the information we have. And I clicked on the next one and it said exactly the same thing, and the next one it said exactly the same thing.
Don't you dare make me send you a link to let me Google that for you. Because you should know better. If I have to send you a link to let me Google that for you, I'm just going to make it public, and then you'll just never live it down.
No, I'll just go. I'll turn the game on now. I remember that it was the Tangled Shore that I needed to go to. I haven't been back there since I've been playing this time.
Yeah, Tangled Shore's good, man. Because if you need to get enhancement cores, which you then need to buy the upgrade modules to mod your weapons and upgrade them and stuff, you can get them from Spider. You have to go around killing dudes and doing patrols to get the ghost fragments that Spider then wants in exchange for the find the. It's really complicated, but it's not. He's got bounties, and he's got the find all the people that escaped from the prison of elders. They give you enhancement courses rewards. They're dead easy. They're all in.
I'm surprised that you like the Tangled Shore, because I do remember it as being lots of little island things with lots of edges.
I like it solo. Playing it with you, it's not so bad, because it's not so bad when it's just me and you, or me and you and TK, because there's only you trying to push me off the ledge. When it's you and Paul,
no. TK's been learning.
Well, it's been, yeah, but at the moment you've not got Paul with you as well. When it's you and Paul, I don't stand a chance.
No.
But right when it's me and you, it's just a case of Fox, come and look at this. How about no? Okay.
But just look over that way.
In fact, to anybody that doesn't know what we're talking about, like me and Chris and Paul streamed a load of Destiny ages ago, and they kept getting me to go onto these edges, and then I'd walk along, and they just all while I'm zoomed in or scoped in, they push me off the edge all the damn time. But it's got to the point now. Me and Chris have been playing the original Destiny with TK, because he's only just started playing it, but he's already well enough savvy that when me and Chris were trying to show TK where to find a dead ghost to get the, because there's like a collectible in the original Destiny. There's a dead ghost on the end of this bit that sticks out over this precipice, and it's there. And me and Chris both know it's there, and we're like, TK, there's a dead ghost here, and he's like, no, I'm all right. I said, no, there's a dead ghost. He's like, no, I'll leave it. No, there really is a dead ghost. Come and get it. And we're both standing away from the edge, but he doesn't trust us at all. And that's your fault, that is.
It's all my fault. Yeah,
you know it's already.
It's Paul's fault.
Yeah, gotta love Destiny. Destiny's a good game.
LD says he's got no time at the bench this week, too busy at work. But the burnout was cooling down. Good. Yeah, getting burnt out and just step away. It's easy.
Sometimes it's frustrating when you've got something you want to work on, but you can't because of other things, like real life gets in the way, and that's frustrating. But sometimes it's kind of nice when real life gets in the way, but it gives you a chance to recharge because you were getting a bit burnt out anyway. That's nice when that happens, because then you don't. If you're burnt out and you have to force yourself to not be at the bench, it gets annoying because you're like, I want to, but I can't. But if you've got no choice, like you've got to go and got to work and stuff, then it's like, okay, well, I want to go and work. I know I can't work. Okay, cool. We'll just wait, and then you anticipate it more. It's good times. Good times.
Yeah. So if you liked what you saw in the Gross group, go and join it. Go and join it and do more stuff. I'll push a button again. Wait a minute.
Push a button, Chris.
I'll push that button. That will. Apparently, I've lost access to my Facebook account. That might be why I'm not getting the things. But actually, I shall briefly reconnect my destination. So I might leave you with Fox momentarily while I'm on for.
I have to say, it's very weird hearing you say, "I'll press the button," and then he presses the button, and then straight away it's back to normal. Hello, everyone. How are you doing? I'm on my own. Oh God, please come back, Chris. Has he asked you he's asked you the time and telly? So I'm gonna break the rules. Don't tell anyone. I'm gonna break the rules. I'm gonna ask you. Bench and belly. Oh, he's back.
I'm not here. What? I'll go away.
I didn't ask any question at all. That's not one for your group. Bench and belly. Go on, bench and belly. What's on your bench? Oh, he's back. Shh.
Yeah, well, even while I can still hear you while I'm backstage.
Can you?
Yeah.
Oh. Scarpa, cops. Jeez, it's the police. Yes, it's interesting because now I'm in this thing and I'm watching. It's like a hangout kind of thing. You're saying, "I'll press this button," and it happens straight away. It's not like already happened 30 seconds ago. It's weird.
Oh right, because of the chat and the things. And let me push that button again because it didn't go to Facebook, but it should this time. Join the group.
Doodle-doo.
I wasn't clicked in the right place. Join the group.
I don't understand this streaming to Facebook thing. It's going to the YouTube chat.
It is. It's going to the Facebook chat as well.
Sergeant Bones says 2154 watching Orange is the new 1144th.
Did he?
So I actually asked Bench and Belly, and he's giving me time and telly. They're so in ingrained into your
Well, that's
routine
because
here.
it's time and telly time. Look, I've
know.
even got a banner for it. Time
So
and
even
telly,
when I say
yay.
bench and belly, they instinctively go for. You're so loyal. Your followers are so loyal.
Well,
It's
they
quite
should be.
charming.
That's right. Yeah, absolutely. Although Shane did drift off and say that chicken salad and Revel 224 Roofmaster bus.
Shane, yes. Rebel, stand up against the man. Shane, Earl D says, I've been watching lots of sculpting videos, so when I get my commission done, I'm going to have a go at sculpting something. Looking forward to it, because it's different to doing a kit. It is. I tried sculpting at school. I was terrible. That was.
I made a bowl.
Mm-hmm.
I made a bowl.
You made a bowl.
A bowl.
Make full handles.
No, just one bowl. Now you've got the chat in on this StreamYard thing.
No, I've got it in. Well, I've got my iPad.
But it'll be over the other side where you can't see it.
StreamYard on the other side of the room.
You can't click on it and make them appear in the window, though, can you?
Oh, hang on. I see a comment from Facebook at 8:53. Lance Christopher says, "Push all the buttons."
He did.
And then bizarrely, a comment from Gross Models on Facebook saying, "Join my Facebook group."
Yeah.
So you posted a comment from StreamYard to Facebook that then posted it from Facebook to StreamYard.
Something like that. Yes.
That's very strange. Cool. So does that mean the people on Facebook can see the YouTube comments?
No.
Okay.
Unless I show them up on the screen.
Okay, but we can see.
We can see both of them. Yeah. I've just been handed a message that says, says, look at your messages. It doesn't really help because I got messages everywhere.
Oh, you mean your mum, not my mum?
No, not your mum. Your mum didn't tell me that.
I mean, your mum's texting you saying, "Oh, how do I do this on email or something?"
Oh right, I've got a message from my wife that says, "You didn't say you were watching Fox again straight after you. Can you still do me a cuppa first, please?"
There you go.
So
not
yes.
a word is ever missed by Mrs. Chris. Hey Gemma, I'll see him right. I'll get him ready.
Yeah, we'll make sure. The Fox's thing's going live at 9:30, I believe.
See, I did the same thing again this week though, because like last week or the week before, I did. It just happened to be a Thursday, and I premiered video, and it's like I did it again. So I'm like, I'll do it today. I'll do it. I'll have my tea, and 9 o'clock will be fine. Completely forgetting, of course, that you were doing your show. And I'm like, oh,
because I only do it every Thursday. It's fine.
I know. I don't know. It's not that I don't remember that. It's I don't know what day it is.
I knew you were going to use that.
More that I don't know what day it is, even though I've taken the bins out. But it's going to get confusing because our bin day is going to change next week.
What, forever?
Yeah, it changes to I think Monday or Tuesday, one of the two.
Well, Tuesday night's the correct night to put your bins out.
If you're a Poncy Southerner, but not if you're a hard Northerner like us.
No, you
so we're currently changing to.
Put your
it might
bins
be
out
Monday,
on
might be
night.
Tuesday. I'm not sure.
Anyway, Jamie has got his 135th Tamiya Universal Carrier on his bench, and his belly chicken pie, mashed potato, and beans, and 4 packets of French fries crisps. 4 packets is pushing it a bit, isn't it? That's.
I can see which one you clicked on because it's gone blue.
Yes, well, it also appears on the bottom of the thing. You can't click on them though, can you? You don't get the option to show them.
No, I don't have the superpower. However, he does neglect to tell us what flavour of French fries.
Yeah, they're the ones that do Worcester sauce, aren't they?
I've only ever seen like ready salted and salt and vinegar French fry. I've never found flavour ones.
Worcester sauce ones, yeah. Steve says Bench is a Destiny thing fighter. Belly was chicken and mushroom pie with chips.
That could read that wrong because I read it as Bench the Destiny thing fighter belly was chicken and mushroom pie with chips.
Because we showed it. This is the one that you told him how much Warhamster stuff was on the side of it.
No, I mean I didn't. I missed the comma between fighter and belly. I thought the fighter belly was made of chicken and mushroom.
Oh. LD could make a millipup bowl. It's possible.
Aye.
I did. Bones is about had beans and sausage on toast.
Oh yes. How can you call yourself a northerner with tea that colour, Fox? Quite easily, it's coffee. I'm not a big tea drinker.
I've given like the reflections of your lights in it.
Eh?
We do like your reflections of your lights in it.
Yeah, it's like I've got big bloody
spiders. It would annoy me because they're not in any order at all. They're just sort of random lines.
Yeah, they're not. They're right.
I'd have had to have them in neat rows and things, but
yeah, they wouldn't give us much coverage because they're not that long. So
yeah, Gemma says hello. So.
That's all that. Hi, Gemma. Jamie says his French fries are ready salted. He's not a fan of salt and vinegar.
Phil says massive salad in the belly and Tamiya Panther D on the bench.
Massive salad. I like a nice salad. There's nothing wrong with having a big fat salad sometimes.
As long as it's got meat in it.
Because you can eat tons and tons and tons. You can do massive trumps. And then when you wake up in the morning, you've got washboard stomach because it's just leaves and it just dissolves into just air. Like if you eat a kebab, you're fat for a week.
When was the last time you woke up in the morning and had a washboard stomach?
I'm glad. I thank the honourable member for his question. It's a very good question. Allow me to answer that question by not answering that question. I used to be slim once.
Yeah. Revel Phil Lewis says Revel 196 Apollo build temporarily on hold due to the need to complete the Panther build for a group build.
Yeah.
How many times
Oh, is it Phil that's doing the Apollo build and he's like having to rebuild the whole thing from scratch because it's just terrible kit?
Oh yeah, yeah. I think I saw something about that.
Yeah. Here's all the parts, and here's the 300 parts I actually made myself that make it much better.
Shane forgot you don't do tea. He does Barry's tea.
Apparently. Well, I do Barry's tea, but I've given up sugar, so I don't really have
tea
tea
without
that
sugar.
Often now. I have it occasionally. Because if I have a Barry's tea, it's got to be my big Batman cup and 4 sugars. So I don't have it very often.
Phil Lewis says there was beef and ham involved in the salad, so that's okay. It's accepted. Lord Barkley says I like salad with a kebab.
This is correct. This is correct.
Cool. Yeah. So that was that. That's that. We've done that. Nothing else on. All right. Anything else? Anything happening? I know your thing's going to be happening in half an hour.
Yeah.
Mysterious package delivery video.
Yes.
I'm sure people are in the chat already. Let me check.
I've not actually got my own thing open, so.
Oh no, nobody's in the chat yet.
Well, it's premiere, though, isn't it?
I'm watching the live chat. There's 5 people waiting, apparently, of which I'm one of them, but they're not talking.
I've not even got my own thing open. Because if I do, it'll turn the fan on full speed and everything will get dead loud. So, hello, my people on my channel. When I say hello to my people on my channel, I mean all the people watching this because they'll all just jump across. Most of them.
Well, I would hope so. Yes, there's certainly an overlap. Why have I got that? I'm just checking my videos working on the Facebook thing because it seems to be intermittent on Facebook, but
Facebook.
Yeah, it's Facebook, isn't it?
I do like the fact that all our communities are kind of this one and the same, so everybody knows everybody. And it's all like a little family. It's quite nice. I like that.
Yeah, I'd like to spread out to more people, but
yeah,
and welcome them into the family with blending arms.
With what? Welcome what?
Blending arms.
Temper, his arms wide.
Osric says, I like kebabs with my kebabs.
Kebab with extra kebabs, says Phil Lewis.
Bones says, kebab yesterday. The shop actually bakes their own bread. It was killer. And that was kebab with
Here's a question from Shane Youngs. He says, what was the first car you can remember going in when you were young?
That would be my parents' car, which the first one I remember them having was an old Renault 5.
Oh, Renault 5. Rally or not, or just box standard?
Yeah, one of those. I don't know.
Maybe it was a Renault 5 Turbo, 1980s hedonism.
It wasn't a turbo.
Was it not? Renault 5. It was basically condensation on wheels. I used to love those.
It looked horrible. I mean, it was nice. It was maintained and serviceable and stuff. But the style of the car was just horrible.
Did it have one of those like stupid Renault Speedos that go sideways rather than a dial?
I have no memory of the Speedo. Probably never sat in the front.
I just have like my memory of like Renault and Citroën cars in the 70s and 80s was just randomness. My friend had a Citroën. What was the big long pointy one with the wheels the headlights that moved? Anyway, he had one of them, and instead of having a Speedo that was a dial like normal people, it had a Speedo that was the thing that rotated round flat. So you just got a number that went like that backwards. Cool. You had a little window, and it used to go like that rather than round. It's very strange. Everything was just wrong with it.
Sergeant Bones is answering the question. He says a Porsche 914 or 913, and then he changed it to 914. So that's just a bit posh for you.
Yeah, so we can see what part of the society he comes from.
Absolutely. Beyond Hope, as in never ruin a kebab with salad. Fill the pizza with nothingness. Get the shop staff to add more meat.
Well, Lord Barkley III gave the same answer that I'm about to give, which was the first car I ever went in, was my dad's Hillman Imp. He says 1970s Hillman Imp. Mine was probably late 70s, I think, or early 70s. I don't know. It was a Hillman Imp.
I'm
was
pretty
made
sure they had one before that, but I think that was
Yeah.
before I remember.
It was made of decay and falling apart.
AJ
then
says Ford Anglia.
4 handles.
Jamie, parents Ford Escort.
Yep.
And
Phil
Phil
Lewis
Lewis
says
says
Chaco when the walls fell. Yeah, good lad.
Cynical Steve, my dad's Mark 1 Cortina called Annie.
Oh, Mark 1 Cortina.
Why was it called Annie? Is there a reason? Is there a backstory, or is it?
I'm going to guess
personal?
it's something to do with the license plate. LD says my dad's called Damn Morris Ital, which for some reason I misread as Morris Fail. I don't know. Same thing, I guess.
Swigging Pigs, Austin 1300.
Ooh, there's an Austin, right? There's an old car. Now, it might be a Morris 1000. I don't know. I've not got a piece of paper, but there's an old car. Here we go. You carry on. I'll do a little doodle like I do.
Okay. Shane Young says mine was the father's Ford Console Mark 1. Zazda says DS, but he's not sure. I don't know what DS is.
There was an old Morris, and it was kind of that shape, but it was all square. It was but it had a grill like that kind of shaped grill. And I can never remember. But I used to love that. I always worked one of them as a kid. It was a crappy little car, like 1950 or 1960s, like Morris 1000 or something. But I always wished that we had one. I don't know why. It probably worked great. But I used to have a toy one. It was brilliant. But yeah, Morris 1000, I think it was.
Steve says the number plate was ANY 176B.
There you go. I can remember that of all the things I can remember in my life, all of them are useless facts. All the things I need to remember, I can't. But I can tell you, for example, that this Hillman Imp that we had in the 70s was YWY457G. I don't know why I remember that.
I can't remember
that.
I can't remember even my own old number plates, so I don't stand a hope.
No, my dad had an Escort estate in the 90s, E370 ANC. I don't know why I need to remember that. But my own registration plates, can't tell you. I've got the one I've got now, and that's it. No idea, apart from my Land Rover, which I'll never forget. That was Tub 334W, because it was called Tubbs.
DS was a long Citroen, apparently. I don't know.
Yes, it was. Citroens were weird, and still are. Citroen and Renault, I don't like them because they have no consistency. Every car looks different, and they all look stupid. Citroens look ridiculous. They look like insects. And Renault were just tedious. I don't like French cars.
Phil Lewis says, first one I truly remember is my mum's old Morris Minor with the semaphore indicators.
Oh, yeah, the little flappy wings, the little Dumbo ears that stick out. Sergeant Brown says, nah, my mum is a motorsport fan like me. That's just the first car I remember being in. Me mum had a Carmen Ghia.
Yeah.
Somebody was in the posh side of the estate.
Zesta remembers his dad's Mark III Cortina was RWU 612M.
Oh, Mark III Cortina, my favourite car.
I'm assuming these are not in service anymore. We're not giving out personal information. And
they might be. Might be resold. I tell you what I do. That whenever I watch an old program, especially when I was watching The Bill and stuff like that, or any old 70, and you just have a car with a license, I go online and look them up and see if they're still there. I found a photograph of an old Alpine pop van, and I looked up the license plate, and it was only taken out of circulation like about 5 years ago, and this was like the 1970s. It's like, wow. Jimmy Bone says Fox, the new Revell 124 Series 3 Land Rover can be built as right-hand drive option. That's foreign nonsense. Wait, no.
Jamie Bone also says hi everyone in your chat. So, and Beyond Hope says we're here, Fox and Chris.
Yay! Actually, no. Right-hand drive is correct. Left-hand drive is foreign nonsense.
Yeah, right-hand drive is normal. That's what you really
right-hand drive is correct.
Yeah.
My first car, says Beyond Hope, was a Vauxhall Chevette back in '85. Only left the drive once. I failed my driving test and never took it again. For some reason, I know they were terrible cars, but I always liked the look of the Vauxhall Chevettes. I don't know why. They were just absolute junk on wheels, but they had a good look to them.
I can't picture one. I'm aware of the name, but I can't visualize it.
It was like the poorest of poor man's even attempt at any kind of muscle car, reasonably similar muscle car types. It wasn't. It looked like a sensible shoe, but what was your first car? Says Shane Youngs.
Does he? Where did you say that?
The very latest comment. What was your first car?
There it is. What was
Mine
your
was
first?
A Mark II, or was it Mark III Escort? Might have been Mark II Escort, but I never drove it because my dad bought it for 50 quid from the neighbour across the road. Before I'd even got anywhere near, I was like 8 or 17. Before I'd even got to the legal age to drive, a man came to the door and said, "Hello, sir, we're doing the driveways and would you like to sell your car?" And we're like, "Okay, yeah, there you go." And then it was using a Ram Raid the week after.
Cool. Mine was a horrible diarrhea-coloured Austin Allegro.
That's the only colour they came in. The moment you said diarrhea coloured, I knew you could say Allegro. I don't know why. What was the first car I ever drove? What was my first actual drivey car then? I passed my test. I'd actually passed my test later. I passed my test. I worked for the Driving Standards Agency booking driving tests for 5 years. And then I thought, you know what, I better take a test. So it must have been mid-90s. And I think it was a Mark II Fiesta, I think, that I bought from a neighbour. And I think I fitted it with an XR2i, XR3 steering wheel. And that was the only thing I did to it. Bodywork was in perfect condition, but the engine was absolutely battered. And it got me up Snake Pass once. Dear God.
Sergeant Bones says 1975 Dodge Dart Sport.
He's just showing off now.
Car. Yeah.
Did you not ever have just a normal crappy car?
Normal car, yeah. Shane Young's was a Triumph Toledo P re 1976 or pre 1976.
Yeah, Triumph Toledo. Nice. Classics now then. My first car was an Austin 1300, says Swig Pig. Is that the one I drew? Is that one of them? Is that one of them like late 60s? Hang on. I got to get the book open now. I can't get my Canada book. One of them like late 60s, that kind of shape with obviously more than one wheel. Because yeah,
it might not have had more than one wheel. You never know.
All Morris and Austin cars came in that beige. I think the manufacturer must have shares in the paint company. Did you ever watch James May's Cars of the People?
No.
There was one episode where he talked about the Allegro, and he actually got the guy who designed it, and he was speaking to him, and he said, "You're the guy that designed the Allegro." And this guy was like, "Yes, but let me show you a picture." And he's like, "Here is a picture of my initial concept drawing of the Allegro." And there was this car, and it was the most amazing looking post-muscle car, slightly 80s, sleek. It looked hot as. It was like, whoa.
This is what I designed, and this is what they made.
Yeah, he said, "That's what I designed." And then British Leyland got their hands on it, and all the management, and then it just turned into the Austin Allegro. Don't blame me. I designed like a Lancia to Delta Stratos, and they built the Allegro.
Zesta says the Mark III Escort is front-wheel drive. The Mark II is rear-wheel. That might.
Oh right, yeah. I never drove the Mark II one because I was like 17. I didn't have a chance to drive. I don't know why my dad bought it for me. It's like, "Dad, I'm not taking my test for at least another year." It was bright yellow.
Jamie hasn't got a car yet. He hasn't learned to drive yet. Yeah, it's always best to do them in the right order. Yeah.
Zasta says the 1300 was the one that John Cleese battered in Faulty Towers. In that case, that's the one I drew in the back of that book. That's the one I'm talking about. I always wanted one. I don't know why. They're probably terrible.
Edward's in. Evening all. Evening.
Even do. Now Edward Leonard, of course, not being a colonial, just wipes the floor with all of us by saying he drove a 1970 Chevelle Double S painted flat black with white strips was his first car. He basically had a 70s muscle car, and we're all just going to shut up now.
Yeah.
We can't compare to that.
Lord Barkley says, had my test in an Army Landy, then got myself a Mark IV 23 gear Cortina. A 23 gear Cortina.
Mark IV 23 gear Cortina. What?
What? How does it have 23 gears? That's just far too
many. I think I'm confused by that one. Phil Lewis says, an Allegro Estate. What was that all about? Allegro, a car that was naturally faster in reverse than it was going forward, says Beyond Hope. Yeah. It was so sad to watch this guy saying, "This is what I designed," and then the management got involved.
2.3 gear, he says, Lord Barkley.
Oh, 2.3 gear. There we go. I think it means
still doesn't make sense to me.
I think by gear it means GHIA, not GEAR. So 2.3 gear.
Oh, right. Yeah. That's to say that. Yeah.
Oh, that's it goes. Oh, 2.3 gear.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
Autocorrect, isn't it? Oh, I love old cars. I hate old cars, but I love old cars. I'd much rather have an old car, but with a modern engine. If
Yeah,
the-
you have said that before.
yeah, because then you'd have the reliability of a modern engine, but you'd have the old car. Oh, if I win the lottery, I'm finding a Mark III Cortina and I'm having it fitted out modern, but it'll look classic, and it'll be bronze. Paint that sucker bronze.
Bronze.
Yeah, bronze.
Really?
Proper 1970s Ford bronze is the correct color for a Mark III Cortina, with the dark brown vinyl roof and the baby poop diarrhea brown fluffy, not leather, not vinyl seats.
Steve says, I suppose my first car is the Nissan Qashqai. I bought the missus. I don't drive myself. It's cool.
Oh,
Get someone to drive for you. That's all right.
yeah. So
Bones is saying that he's not privileged.
Oh, there he is. Got my license 18 and went military right after owning my cars. Ah, no, we're only ribbing you.
Says putting Tesla internals in old cars is quite popular. That'd be scary.
Yes, I've seen that. My friend used to like buying nice cars, and he drove a Lotus for a while, which was fun because it was like a Lotus Elise, and it was when we were that age where you could buy these cars and you could just about afford them. He just about afford it, on the monthly payments. So we had this Elise that was great, apart from all the heating from the radiator went in through the door sill, which you could not help but sit on when you got in and out of the car, and it was like 300 degrees. But he had a Porsche 944. He got himself an old Porsche 944, and he was like, "Oh, I got a Porsche! I always wanted a Porsche! Brilliant!" He took it in, he got it, and he had to take it to the garage just down the road to get it some repairs done, so it was fully done up. He paid a fortune. He took it from the place he bought it. He drove it 100 yards to the repair place to get some work and stuff done, because he bought it but it just failed its MOT. Had a significant amount of work done to it. Came back a couple of weeks later, dead excited, got in it, drove 10 yards down the road, turned into McDonald's to get lunch, and went clunk straight into a 6-foot high mound of earth that some builders had left that he hadn't seen because the sun was in his eyes, and totally stoved in the front, and then had to very sadly drive it all the way back the 10 yards to the repair place. I was stifling laughter at that point.
Strange that, yeah.
Never let him
Beyond Hope's modelling break is over. Have a good evening, folks. Back to the bench I go. Thanks for popping in.
Yeah.
Nice to see you. See you next time. Bye.
AJ says Lotus, lots of trouble, usually serious. It was a nice car, the Elise. It was just this. The door sill was that wide, and you literally couldn't get in without touching it with some part of your body. And if you'd been driving it and you're wearing shorts, you were losing skin.
Oh dear. Right, that drifted off to cars quite dramatically. I drive cars, but I don't know much about them.
No, I know nothing about
I
cars.
don't do anything with cars, but
yeah, it's strange.
Right, I'm going to see about wrapping up then, because I've got to make a cup of tea before.
Oh yeah,
Fox's
you got to
premiere.
make tea now and stuff, haven't you?
Yeah, Fox's premiere in 11 minutes.
You know what you could do though, if you wanted to, you could just make a cup of tea and then just carry on.
Just carry on.
No, you don't have to stop. You could just carry on.
Or just leave you here for 10 minutes and go make tea. No.
No, I mean just carry on. I'll go and sort my thing out, and you do your thing.
No, hour and a half is my general time. That's because otherwise I fall asleep and stuff.
I'm trying to wean you out of this hour and a half thing to get you
you're
to
not going to
like
work.
3-hour long podcast type scenario.
People wouldn't like it. Too much of a good thing and stuff. They say. Yeah.
Nonsense. You can never have enough of a good thing.
Right, I'm going to make sure that the Facebook connection is working again, so I'll be back momentarily.
Okay.
It says it is, but I'm not entirely certain.
Try pressing some buttons, but not that button.
I can try. I'll try posting things up again. I'll post up my Patreon link in the chat, and yeah, it says it's lost access to my Facebook account, so I'll be back momentarily.
Okay. Now we can talk about him. He's not here, so I don't know what to talk about now. He's going to come back any minute. How are you? I hope you're all well. I hope you're all very well. Jamie says, I might be in the streams next week, but I'm not sure, as I will be on holiday. And I forgot where he said he was going on holiday.
Who?
It was somewhere really nice, and I can't remember.
Who's going on holiday? What? Where? What?
Jamie, but you weren't here. You just not talking to you. Jamie Berry says he might be on the streams next week, but he might be on holiday. But I forgot where he said he was going to go.
Yeah, Shane asks, "Are you going anywhere nice, Jamie?"
Yes.
So yeah,
He did tell us, I think,
I'm
last
sure
time,
we'll find out.
and we were all like jealous.
Right, let me see if my button works now, because
I think it might be going down to Cornwall or Devon or somewhere.
This is always possible. Yeah.
There
There we go. That's worked now.
Facebook thing pops up.
It's gone to both places. So yeah. Thank you all for joining me and joining Fox as well this evening. I'll put in the things. Don't forget, next week, same time, same place, Fox.
Hello, what?
Don't make any premieres for Thursday night at 9 o'clock because
I'll forget. You just have to remind me near the time.
Well, I've noticed as soon as you put one up, and I'll say, "Oh, he's done it again."
Remind me next time I do a premiere that I put it over before.
So yes, you can join the group. Put your pictures up, and I shall be featuring them here, same time, same place, next week. Someone said something about nice.
It says autumn could be a nice, relaxing time to go on holiday. Jamie is going to Dawlish Warren.
Yeah, I don't know where that is. But...
I think that's down right by Barbara type territory, somewhere like that. I think I remember mentioning Phil Harding.
Yeah, autumn can be a nice, relaxing time to go on holiday, says Sester. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So you can join the group. Yeah, if you want one of these T-shirts, the Gross Models T-shirts, you can get one. Have a look at the merch store, which I've put the link in the chat there as well. Why not? While it's there, it's
do it. Press the button. There you go.
I don't get it. It's very confusing.
Get your own Gross Models merchandise, tees, mugs, wallets, and more.
By more, I mean other things. There's T-shirts, there's hoodies, there's mugs and wallets and bags and all sorts of stuff.
Ooh, lions and tigers, bears.
Four candles. No.
Four candles.
This show was brought to you by my lovely patrons because without them I wouldn't be able to do the StreamYard stuff and things. So thank you to my patrons, and if it works, this is a list of my patrons.
Fail.
No, not yet.
No. Oh, there you go.
See, it works.
Patrons such as Candygram from Mongo, Festus 67 Workshop, George Gabriel, Gen Flylobe, Jerry, JohnBias.com, Skull Models, I see a bit of promotion there, Kenneth, Quanoman, Scaly Model, Shane Young, Stewpot, and Swinging Pig. He's also one of my patrons, thank you very much. Some of them are.
Yeah, I mean, several of them, I think, patrons to the masses.
Yeah, I've got to give John Bias some credit for actually putting his patron name as JohnBias.com.
He did. I've said to anyone, if you want to put it as anything you can, and that's what he put it, said he wants it as, so that's what he put it as. So when that actually gets put on Facebook, it actually provides a link to his page.
It's quite good. It's like, I'll have to remember that.
I might have to change mine on your Patreon now, actually.
Yeah, go for it.
Change it to grossmodels.uk.
I'm wearing a gross t-shirt, a gross shirt tonight, says Phil Lewis. It's not one of gross, it's just gross.
Oh, boo.
Is it gone stinky? Is it past the stink test?
Or is it just really tiny?
See, I'm wearing one now and it's not quite failing the stink test yet, so I think I've got another 2 or 3 days out of it to go.
Oh, easily. Yeah, you don't go anywhere anyway. It's not like you see people.
No, I don't like seeing people. People suck.
So, yes, that's it for the evening. Next up is Foxy's premiere over there. Retro Rabbit Studios is in there already saying, yay, a thing.
Yay, a thing.
So we'll
see. I better load my thing up, hadn't I? Probably a good idea.
I'm assuming it's something that didn't kill him because he's here.
Yeah.
He's there. So it'll be pleasant. We'll be in the chat there momentarily. Then, what day is it now? It's Thursday, isn't it?
Certainly is.
We've got the weekend, and then we've got Sunday. Fox will have a Warhammer show at 3 p.m. on Sunday.
Yes, I hope so. I've still got painting this little person.
Still doing that. You've got 3 more weeks left in that, you reckon?
I do what?
Couple of weeks left?
If I get time, I might do some of the chipping in advance. I was going to get all the chipping done before next Sunday, but...
You did say that.
So I might get all the chipping done. I better not turn around showing rude words. I'll get all the chipping done. Either before or... I don't know. Is the answer.
At some point, there will be more chipping.
Yes.
Edward says, thanks, guys. I'll watch the beginning later. Night, everyone. Good night.
Good night.
Obviously, my Warhamster will be along on Sunday evening at 8 p.m. Where I'm doing some more of the Dragon. Mango Drango. G'day. And then Monday's e-models again. With, us two and the other two.
Yeah.
Giving away lots of stuff, I think.
Go
and comment on last week's video.
Yeah, don't forget we're giving away 2 kits. We were giving away the X-Wing, the Bandai X-Wing, and some other kit. I can't remember what it was. Some sea-based ship thing. You did 2 comments, one about sailors and one about space.
Yeah.
You might win a thing.
Phil Lewis says, see you on the Premiere chat, otherwise night. Yep, see you there soon.
Jabal.
Well, I'm there now, but
Weird, isn't it?
Bone says there's wicked lag on the Facebook video. Yes, but at least there is Facebook video. I'll go back and watch it and see what happens when I drop out and reconnect.
Or is it because he's watching it on YouTube and on Facebook?
Maybe. Watch it on both, because you're definitely commenting on YouTube, because it's got a little picture.
Hey, look at the lights in my coffee. It looks like I've got like one of them infinite light pools that goes on forever.
And that's that. And then obviously here again next Thursday. So thank you all for watching. I'm going to kick Fox back into the backstage. I'll go there myself as well. But I'll see him.
There's no place like home. There's no place like home.
So thank you for joining me, Fox. See you soon. Bye.
There's no place like home. No.
He's gone. And I shall go as well. I'll put the closing music credit things up because, I like to do that. And I shall see you in Fox's chat momentarily and back here on Sunday night. The War Hamster, 8 p.m. Mango Drango. So thanks for watching. Good night all. Bye.